Welcome to the Ironworth Trading Show. Nothing in this live will be financial advice. This is not financial advice. For the record, let the record show. This is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only. Also, I provided all of the material is prepared by me, not created but prepared. Y'all ready for this? Look at that. Hold on. I don't know why I got to be so childish, but check it out. They are having talks of a government shutdown. They talking about a government shutdown. I know a lot of my friends is getting excited. They expecting they calling it a pandemic. They expecting another pandemic, ladies and gentlemen. But it's okay, right? We know last time there was a situation where there was money pumped into the market, but now it is a problem because there isn't enough money in the market, okay? Well, when I say the market, I mean economy, okay? All right. Now, we're going to take a look at the fact that we thought, because of history, that this was going to be one of those situations where the stock market had a very big dip this month, right? But it hasn't been that way. No. September has not been bearish at all, right? How many of you guys thought September was going to be bearish and they ended up giving you the complete opposite, right? Who thought it was going to be bearish? What up, Nicole? So, yeah, I noticed that, according to history, it usually dipped around this time, but not in this case. The S&P 500 actually, see, this is the whole month of September right here. This is what it has done in September. So, yeah. So this is not like your normal September in the stock market. See, usually you'll have the opportunity, and this will be the best month to buy stocks. But right now, everything is high as hell. Everything is high. This is not the best month to buy stocks in. Everything is high right now. But we still have this is like the fourth quarter with 9 seconds left on the clock. Okay, that's where we at right now, because this still could happen. We could have a drop. Spot could drop $20 in a day. It has done it before. I just wouldn't get caught trying to expect it, because if you pay attention, if you was in at the right moment, you wouldn't. None of this shit matters to you when you a long-term investor. When you a short-term investor, them red days catching you catching you where the sun don't shine, that is hitting you in the wrong. But when you look at the bigger picture, because this is the S&P 500 right here, it then went up about $30 in 1 month. So in the beginning of September to now, we done seen over a $30 increase. Okay, y'all think it's a game, right? It's 663 right now. It had hit 666 at one point in time. Somebody says, I invest $25 in different stocks every weekday, no matter the price of stocks. Blunt individual, you are practicing something called dollar cost averaging. That's smart. That's very smart. That's because you know how to invest, right? And sometimes it don't take much. It don't take much. A lot of us don't realize that, our money isn't growing interest in the bank account. We don't realize that our money is doing us no good if it's not going to work. You have to deploy it to employ it. Your money should be working for you. You deploy it to employ it. If you are not doing this, you are working harder than you should be now, and you are working harder than you should be in the future as well. Hence the term secure the security. You know how they say to secure the bag? Don't y'all want security? Huh? Top flight security of the world, Craig. Nah, but for real though, all jokes aside, we had this bearish ass sentiment around September, but it didn't give us that. So I just want to pay attention to where it's at now, because, we at a point in time where it could definitely reverse from here. We don't know, especially with talks of a government shutdown, right? They keep talking about this government shutdown in play. So we will see how that turns out. But I just was looking at it from a bigger point of view. A lot of people invest in Vanguard. But if you look at Vanguard and the S&P, what's the difference? What's the difference? There is a difference, but it's not, to me, it's not worth mentioning. Nonetheless, when you invest in it, if you pay attention to where the price is now from where the price was before, okay, we talking about your money growing substantially more than it would in a bank. Investing is a heavy piece that people leave out. We leave this part out when it comes to making money, and I don't get it, especially people that go to work. We talking about people that go to work for years of their life, and they depended on their 401k. They depended on a 401k or a pension, which is fine. It's cool. That's the security we talking about. But at some point, you got to realize that there got to be a level of aggressiveness when it comes to investing. All this passive ass investing, it's okay to receive passive income, but I would rather you be an investor nonetheless without having any investment account. Okay. A lot of us don't. So for you guys that's just coming in, okay, we finna talk about a few stocks to look at for the rest of this week. I got some bangers. If y'all new here, go ahead and hit the follow button. I need y'all yapping while I'm tapping. I just want to get those out. I don't want to give y'all no speech in the beginning, right? I don't want to give y'all no speech, but I'm also give people time to come on in before I get started. That way, I don't have to keep repeating myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to keep repeating myself. We know that these simple ass chart patterns in 2025 they're still effective. I want y'all to keep that in mind too. I want y'all to study chart patterns for all my newbies out there, even you experts. Don't sleep. I hope y'all tell me your favorite pattern to trade. You don't necessarily need to trade them all. Somebody says, what's your thoughts on day trading, bro? I think day trading can be very, very effective to grow an account. However, it is dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, MG. It will take you a lot of money lost and a lot of time put into it before you actually learn how to do it if you don't do the right amount of studying and if you don't have the right mentor, if you're not in the right community. Okay? If you're not in the right community. Because it matters. The people that you're around, because it can be very discouraging, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Nonetheless, if you really want my thoughts on it, I'm a swing trader over day trading because swing trading, it gives me time. When you are a swing trader, you have time. You're buying time in the market. It's not about time in the market. It's about time in the market. You see what I'm saying? And being a short-term investor versus a long-term investor, that is what the fuck you need to be paying attention to. How many of y'all don't got an investment account right now? Right now. Right now, you don't even got a portfolio. I know you think you got an investment account because you downloaded Robinhood or you downloaded Webull. Those are not investment accounts. I'm talking about how many of y'all really started working on your portfolio. What age do y'all want to retire at? Do you want to work for the rest of your fucking life? Or do you want to make sure you set to where you can relax and enjoy the rest of your life here? You want to retire now, Ava? Do you got what it takes, Ava? Is there an app I can practice this for free? Yes. It's there are several of them, Marls. Several. Check the link in my bio. I made it real easy for you. Somebody said $90,000 invested right now on Webull. And you got your shit set up to where it's gonna be tax free when you get ready to get it out, Trev. This is for educational purposes only. This is all information that they don't teach us in school, but they should. It's financial literacy. Knowing how to make money, make itself, is something that they do not teach us in school. And a lot of times, some of our parents don't really know it or understand it themselves to teach it to us. So we end up getting the short end of the stick because all they do teach you in school is how to be an employee or a worker. Somebody says negative. I pay taxes on it. It generates about $550 a month, though. That's good, Trev. But there's a way for you to do it. You also need to focus on the other type of accounts other than a regular investment account. You should do your research on a Roth account. Find out why you want to use a Roth. Just find out why. Do your research. And find, because there are pros and cons to the way you do it. But if y'all are over a certain age and you ain't working on this portfolio, you're not even thinking about it, let's change that. Let this video be a sign for you. Please let this video be a sign for you. Let this live stream be a sign for you. All right. We're gonna talk about it tonight. It ain't just, it's so many ways to make money. I want you to know that. There's so many ways to make money. So many ways for your money to make money for you. But if you ain't getting started though, that's where the problem at. So we're gonna get to the bottom of it. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. People don't have the patience to dedicate 3 years to building their own business, but they have the patience to work for others for 40 years. I'm not knocking y'all for working for 40 years, but come on now. Your back is going to knock you. Your knees is going to knock you. Your ankles is going to knock you. Them bones is going to start knocking your ass. And all you had to do was take time and energy and invest now. Start investing now. Now is the time to start investing, not when you get older. And we talk all this shit about the stock market. I always get on here and talk about stocks and bonds, but this ain't the only way to invest. This ain't the only way to invest. A lot of us got family members right now that we love and we want them to live forever. We really do. But we do not have insurance on them. If anything happened, they pass away, it's not a monetized situation and you won't be able to mourn in peace. How many of y'all got kids, but you don't have a will for your children? What's going on now? Don't run. Don't run now. Make it make sense. If you have a son or a daughter, grandchildren, family members and stuff like that, you don't have a will, you tripping. If you have a business and you don't have your business put into a trust, the algorithm brought you across my page for a specific reason. But yeah, y'all need to pay attention to these things because it matters. It's not something that you should overlook right now at the age that you are at. And I'm talking to every one of y'all. Your age matters because if you let time pass you by, in which it will. First of all, let me talk about SPY real quick. Now look, this can go either way this week coming up. If we break above 662 and stay above 662, then we heading back up towards 667. I think we'll see 670 by the end of the week. Depending on how that government shutdown shit go. If not, we breaking below 657 if we can't rise above 662, and we could be going all the way down. That's why I'm paying attention to the trend that is trading within right now. Because even though on the short term, it's in a bearish continuation pattern, a bearish wedge, a bearish expanding wedge on the short term, on the long term, it is in a bullish expanding wedge or triangle actually. But yeah, so even though it look like it's going down right now on the long term, that's just a little pullback. That ain't nothing major. As you can tell, it's almost doing a V-shaped recovery. The price has almost went back up over 667. If someone was to invest in SPY, okay, let's say you bought a term life insurance, and then you took the remainder that you had and invested it in the S&P 500. Okay, let's say you invested it in SPY. Let's look at what year you invested it in so we can see how much money you will have by now. You got to pay attention to make it make sense. In 2021, this shit was as low as in the $210. That's right, a V-shaped recovery. Tic-tac. Have you not seen them happen before? They happen all the time. That motherfucker hit the bottom and come straight back up. So look, you said it's not one, but hey, like I said, you got to pay attention to the bigger picture. When in doubt, zoom the fuck out. When in doubt, zoom out. But yeah, my point is, those who invested in this index, in this ETF, like, ain't no telling where it'll be in the future. Of course, you got to deal with market volatility. But overall, when you look at the bigger picture, it has done nothing but go up. You can say it went, yeah, it has its ups and downs. Sure, it has its ups and downs. And people say, yeah, man, it's going down hard. They wanted, listen, and we wanted to do that, of course, Tic Tac, so we can get everything for a discount. All right, we can get everything for a discount. But what I'm saying is, this is going to grow interest way more than a bank does. For those that overstand and understand, put a W in the chat, because I don't think they hear me. Put a W in the chat. Real talk. You got to make it make sense. Tic Tac, you the only loser. Tic Tac, you the only loser, my friend. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I got I got this stock. Let me point this out real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Where are we at? Let me pin that comment. You see where we at? So if you new here, you're going to realize that there's going to be a lot of words, a lot of grammatical errors over here. I'm going to say shit how I want to say it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? English is not my native language. I'm not from England. And nobody going to try to correct my language, buddy. Oh, yeah, you're right. But anyways, you get the memo. We talking money. I talk money. You feel me? No, that's all. That's all, buddy. That's all. We talk money over here. You feel me? Now, the way I wanted to put it out is we could real talk see 740 on SPY, and think I'm bullshitting if you want to. We in a bull run. Bull runs don't just end as fast as people want them to. Because September did not end historically the way it did in the past, I'm really looking forward to it to not go down. Honestly, we already in a position because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So, you know how that go. Y'all know how that go. A lot of people that's praying on it to go down, that's because they didn't get in at the right time. So yeah, they want to get in. They want to get back in. And speaking of getting back in, I'm doubling back on open. I'm spinning the block on. I'm spinning the block on open, y'all. Hey, we spinning. SHPINNING. You know, somebody spinning with an H in it. Somebody saying that the bull run is far from over. That's right. We got somebody in the building with common sense, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's in the building with common sense, along with the other people. The moral of the story is, stop trying to fucking predict what's going to happen. You can paint a pretty picture, but you can't predict the weather. Stop thinking you know what's going to happen. The same people that think they can predict what's going to happen don't got fucking insurance, don't got a will, don't got a trust, ain't no trust fund, they ain't got their shit set up or organized right, none of that. Ain't never spoke to a financial advisor. They get their financial advice from all fucking TikTok or some of them other apps I ain't going to mention on here. So I don't want to hear what they got to say. I'm not listening to them. You know what I'm talking about, Ava? I ain't listening to them. I need everybody else, though, that's paying attention to securing their security to pay attention to the market right now. This is not the time to not be investing. This is not the time to not be investing, okay? You should be investing right now aggressively. And now they say it's not the time to buy stocks, but that's bullshit, too. Somebody in the comment section said it right. You want to buy the entire way, whether it's up or down. And that's not financial advice. That's financial literacy. You want to invest. It's called investing. Let me get you two Tic Tac. Hold on. Let me get you two. Got them. I had to put them in the back of the classrooms. Ava, I got you. Hold on. You are now one of my elite employees. Hold on. Let me make you a moderator. I got you, Ava. While I'm yapping, though, I need y'all tapping. Welcome to the Ironworth Show. If you're new here, hit the follow button. This is your hub for financial literacy. We don't play no games when it comes to staying on the right track, right? Because if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Yeah, I got you, Ava. You are now a moderator. But yeah, I don't want to just come on here and talk about stocks because the same people that get on here, you know how much money they lose in the stock market, y'all. This was fucked up about this. Hey, listen to this story. You could lose $200 in the stock market, right? But that same $200 could have covered your children or your family for $1 million fucking dollars, if not 200,000, right? You could have got 200 grand for that same $200. Let's say you invested, let's say you paid $100 premium for 1 month, then another $100 premium for another month. Then something happened to your funky ass, and then your loved ones get a big ass check, and you only paid 200, but you done got 200 grand from a fucking policy. But they don't tell you, we don't monetize death. The poor people, we suffer when somebody that we love die. We can't mourn in peace. It's a big fucking problem. So you know what I did? I focused on serving people, making sure that we get with this financial literacy so we understand. Put your business in a trust fund. Not a trust fund, but put your business in a trust, excuse me. You know, put your shit in a trust. Make sure you're insured. Make sure your house is insured. I don't like fucking insurance. I don't like car insurance, but make sure your car insured too. Goddamn it. A tree fall on your shit, you gonna get another one. Make it make sense. But too many of us look at it like from a scam point of view, and we don't know that it's really, you're still confused about money. That's the problem. You still confused about money. So I'm building a team. If you would like to be on a money team, right? A money magnet militia. We don't chase money. We attract money. If you chasing money, it's running from you. If you chasing money, it's running from you. So yeah, this is what we do. We build wealth, real generational wealth. This is generational wealth building information. You should definitely put your LLC in the trust, Trev. Get at me. I can help you do that. If you are interested in getting a trust, if you are interested in getting a will, I'm here for y'all. If you have children and you don't have a will, something wrong. Like something wrong. Do you love them? I'm serious, y'all. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. Do you love them? If you love them, then this is how you show it. If you love your loved ones, you make this how you show it. Not, you pass away and people say, I couldn't afford it. There's fucking solutions. Excuse my French, but there are solutions. Stop thinking that you know it all, because you don't. And stop listening to people who ain't fucking licensed financial advisors. Because and sometimes people do be financial advisors and they still not looking out for you and in your best interest. But I think it's time that each one teach one. That's why it's called Ironworth over here, because iron sharpens iron. Somebody said I can't speak right. It's certain words I can't say, y'all. Like it's certain words I don't know how I can't explain it. You feel me? I can say it, but it's that speech impediment shit. It is what it is. It is what I can speak proper English if I wanted to. But yeah, so we got open. I double back around that. If y'all look at the support and resistance levels, if y'all don't know about support and resistance, that's the bottom and the floor. All right. The ceiling and the floor. The support level is the bottom. It's the price. It's the level where the price keeps bouncing off of like a floor. And the resistance level is the level where the price come up to, but it keeps stopping at that level and falling back down from there. So you always want to pay attention to support and resistance levels, because it lets you know, look, the price was this, it came up from here and it went up to here. And at this level, for some reason, the sellers keep stepping in, pushing the price down. So it's a lot of times people taking profit at that level. A lot of times the price reaches resistance and stops there, like there is an imaginary ceiling there. At $10.56, I got resistance mark. It's really a little bit higher than that, but whoop-de-doo, in my young thug voice, whoop-de-doo. But the green candlesticks are showing you that the price went up to that point. So at this point, the price went up from $5 all the way up to $10. If you pay attention, it didn't go straight up. It stopped around $7.50. It came back down to that level and stopped. It didn't come all the way back down. That would be another level of support, because the price came back down to that level and stopped, and then it shot all the way up. Okay, and then we ended up going all the way to $10.56 or around that area, and you see some red candlesticks once we got up there. All right, then the price started to do something called consolidation. Okay, consolidation is when the price goes sideways. And whenever the price is going sideways, they like to say it's choppy, because you can think it's going up and get fucked in that area, excuse my French, or you could think it's going down and get screwed. Now, the price was trading within that $10 to $8, the $8 to $10 range for about a week. And then finally, it came back down to $8.90 and broke below it and closed below it, made it all the way to $7, but did it drop all the way back to $5? No, that is a good sign. That's showing you that there's a strong level of support, ladies and gentlemen, at $7.05. There's a strong level of support right there. There was an imaginary line right there. I just used the toolbox and placed the line there so that I could visually see that level of support. Price bounced off that level, went all the way up to the top to $8.90 and did not go above $8.90. So that is a strong level of resistance. Price is trading along that line. That is a strong level of resistance. It is like a spring coiling up, getting ready to go in one direction or the other. That's it. Now, come Monday, we'll see. Usually Monday is a sell-off day. So we'll see. It's a lot of people taking profits on Mondays. And yeah, it just depends on the news. It depends on what type of sentiment we got in the market. Oracle is also another one of those stocks that's trading along that support level of $292, right? It has hit 292 in the past and bounced up to back up to 315, came back down to 292 again, bounced back up to 330, came back down to 292 again. But this time we did not go back up to 330 yet. We dropped below 292, which makes me feel as if we are going back down to 240, at least 240, 225. I think Oracle and all these Bitcoin-based stocks could see some bearish moments coming up in October. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. I just wanted to talk about investing overall because y'all know I like stock options. Stock options is a great way to grow an account. Because if you wanted to buy one share of Oracle, ladies and gentlemen, it would cost you, right? Let's 285 right there. Let's say you wanted to buy one share. It would cost you $285. But if you wanted to trade, if you traded stock options on this, you can get 100 shares for less than $285 a share, right? And you can benefit from the movement of that price, or from the price movement, right, of that stock. You can benefit from it. If the price goes up, you make money. A lot of money, as if you owned 100 shares per contract. Like if you got one contract, that's like having 100 shares. You got two contracts, you got 200 shares. This is a great way to multiply, quadruple, right? You can 10x your money, but you can lose money as well, especially if you don't know what you're doing. You're not using a stop loss. Like a stop loss is a safety net. It's not the same as just buying a stock and losing your money. Because a lot of people say, oh, yeah, but I can lose money in the stock market too. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing. That's what mentors are for. That's what financial advisors are for. But that's also what research is for, and reading and learning. A lot of people don't have time and energy to do the research. So they hire a financial advisor to do it for them. Make sure you pick the right person. They should be somebody that care about you, and they should be somebody that got your best interests at heart. And they should be in it to win it. Not, you don't want a financial advisor that's going to be done with this shit in about a year. Because let's be real, that's what a lot of them do. They be done in about a year. Nowadays, people are turning insurance into a bank. They getting paid off of insurance. I can't stress it enough. And then they invest in the returns in the stock market. This shit go hand in hand. Do y'all hear me? Y'all think I'm playing? Somebody said the stop loss is letting the, not having one is doing it too, Nano. Not having one is doing it too. This is why most people will never be rich, Nano. Believing a 9-to-5 job is the only way in life. Anybody that if you just lost a job here recently, I have a solution for you. Inbox me. I will hire you tonight. I can get you onboarded by tomorrow, and you can be earning up anywhere from 10K a week. This is not financial advice, and these are facts. You make anywhere from 10K a month to 100K a year, depending on your work ethic. Your work ethic. Sorry. He said the work ethic. That's why he said I can't talk. But yeah, y'all get the gist. This is about business. This is not a job. This is a business. If you look at a business like it's a job, you will not succeed. On top of that, if you're used to trading your time for money, you will never have time either. Now, making career choices based on society and parents. A lot of our parents taught us, go to school, get a good job, retire from that job, blah, 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 blah. This 2025, it's kids making more money on a shit coin than a 60-year-old just spent their whole life working for. Am I lying? Number 3, being too scared of failure to do anything. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Taking advice from unsuccessful people. You listen, if you do what rich people did, it ain't gonna stop working because you did it. Number 5, focusing on saving instead of earning. That's fucking crazy. Your money not making money put away in a couch. It's not making money put away in a safe. It's not making money in a bank account. Your bank account's investment account is really not investing. It's weak as hell. So make it make sense. Is your money making money for you or not? You have to deploy to employ it. You got to deploy your money to employ your money. Your money should be making money for you. Not setting any financial goals. You know what? Fuck a goal. I like activities because the root word in activity is active. Number 9, spending more than they earn. Can anybody in here tell me the difference between a liability and an asset? A liability and an asset, if you don't know, I know a lot of y'all already know. Don't say duh, because there's too many of us that don't know. I know y'all want to say duh, we know what it is, but guess what? Too many people don't know. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket. I want all of y'all to ask yourself right now, does your assets outweigh your liabilities? That's one step closer to financial freedom if you can answer that question and fix the problem and fix the solution. If you can't, you need to be contacting me. If you get to heaven, y'all hear me? If you get to heaven and I'm not there, it is not heaven. No, I'm just talking shit. Y'all need to do y'all research. Do your research so that you know can't nobody screw you over. You don't want to listen to nobody. You don't want to just do your research. Because people will lead you in the wrong direction if you don't, because you're just listening. They're just blind leading the blind. And that's pretty much what's been happening out here. That's why it's a lot of people with fucked up insurance policies, a lot of people with fucked up investment accounts. Your investment account ain't making you no money. They not looking out for you. All right. Now, constantly making excuses. A lot of people got a lot of excuses. Making, oh man, it costs too much money, man. I would get an insurance policy, but it costs too much. I would invest, but I ain't got no money to invest. Get the fuck out of here. I know somebody that Uber every day, DoorDash every day, and they buy crypto and they buy stocks with that money. I'm telling you, they straight right now. They don't even got to do it no more. He did it for about 6 months. But when he said it 6 months ago, man, I ain't got no money to invest. I told him, look, you can DoorDash. Take that money. Invest it. That's not a financial advice. It's common fucking sense, bro. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Another person I met, you know what they did? And it took them 3 months to do it, but they did it. They ain't had no money to invest. This motherfucker went and donated plasma. This is not financial advice, but they got it out the blood. I want to say they got it out the mud, but they got it out the blood. I seen them grow that account to where it's at now, and they are well off. People make too many excuses. There's no excuse. Stop making excuses. And not learning new things can be your problem as well. All right. And number 12 is last but not least, lacking self-discipline. If somebody in here says something about not using the stop loss, that got something to do with self-discipline. Over leveraging is self-discipline. Is a lack of self-discipline. Taking too much money in a trade, that's a lack of self-discipline. Going right back in on a trade, that's a lack of self-discipline. over trading, not just gambling, not doing all of this shit is showing that you don't have discipline. That's all. Spending too much money on bullshit and not enough. I promise y'all spend too much money on bullshit, but if something happened to your funky ass, is your kid straight? Is your mama straight? Is your daddy straight? If something happened to them, is you straight? Can you mourn in peace? Because I couldn't. Don't make me cry on this live, y'all. I ain't gonna, don't make me do it. My mom passed away last year. We didn't have insurance, and I went on a path to find out what the fuck insurance is. Because guess what? If I had it, we would have been straight. But instead, we had to scrape up money for everything. Barely could do anything, and afterwards had to go back to work. You don't want that to happen. I don't want that shit to happen to y'all. Like, do some research. Monetize death. That's what rich people do. They lose a loved one and they be straight. It's a part of financial literacy. It's a part of financial literacy. Let me see. Here we go right here. 3 mistakes people make with this shit. They wait too long. Y'all want to wait till y'all get old as hell. And while you young, you need to be doing this shit right now. And you want to wait till your money gone, then you want to do it. Don't wait till your money gone, then you want to try to do it. Don't wait for your money to be gone, then you want to try to do it. All of y'all that's 40 and 50 years old and shit, right, heading into your 60s and your 70s. Rockefeller, they got the richest from doing it. They got the richest from life insurance and from stocks. Stocks and bonds. But y'all relying on that work. Y'all relying on that 401k. That's what y'all relying on. Fuck that shit. You can do your own. I'm not trying to beat up on the oldies. I'm just trying to I'm really trying to look out. Because shit is different. We not retiring at 60 to 70. Hey, y'all put a W in the chat if y'all realize we done retiring at fucking 60 and 70. I think 40 and 50 should be the new too old to be retiring. You know what I'm saying? By the time you, thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me's. By the time you get to 40 and 50, that should be like, you know, a little bit at that age to where, you know, you should be done. You should be done by then. It's way too many ways to make money around here now. They making insurance the bank. Life insurance isn't just about death. It's about protecting your family's future. You are a lame if you don't want to protect your family's future. Think about it. This is generational wealth. You leaving the next generation with something for when you gone. Make it make sense. And not only that, you can insure more than just your life. You can insure your car, your house, everything around this bitch can be insured. Make it make sense, bro. Whenever something happened to rich people, they get a check. Whenever something happened to now you're going to say black, man. Whenever something happened to poor people, it don't matter what color you is. It's about knowing financial literacy and not knowing it. Knowing it can be the difference between you being straight in life, and not knowing it can be the difference between you being in hell or heaven. This shit should be taught in school, but it's not. Somebody says you can insure your friends and family. You can insure your fucking employees. You can insure your business. Insurance gets you paid. It's another way of getting paid. I ain't just talking about this shit for no reason. Because it frees up money. If you do it right, you will have more money to invest. And you can invest aggressively. That's what this shit is about, this budget. You can see where you spending too much money at, and you can take that money and reinvest it and make it make sense. Your money should be making money for you. Hey, y'all, I wrote a book on this shit. I'm not talking out the side of my neck. I wrote a book on it. It's called How to Make Money Make Itself. It's on Amazon right the fuck now by Cedric Price Jr. Yours truly. So I'm telling you this for a reason. It's because if the stock market does dip, if we do see another quote unquote stock market crash, I hope y'all prepared. I hope y'all got buying power. I hope y'all hollering at somebody, find you a financial advisor. Okay. Lock in with them. Find you a good mentor. I'm a good financial coach. Come holler at me. And I'm actually on the path to getting my own brokerage firm. And I hope that I can get y'all as clients because I'm going to have your best interests at heart. And you ain't got to worry about some Poindexter trying to fuck you over on your policy. I want you to eat and I want you to invest aggressively. So, yeah, I ain't telling you this shit for no reason. I'm just throwing that out there. I hope y'all hitting the follow button. If you new here, hit the follow button. Hit the follow button. See yourself as self-employed. I am the captain of my soul. I am the master of my fate, said William Henley. From now on, accept complete 100% responsibility for everything you are and everything you will ever be. Refuse to make excuses or to blame other people for your problems or shortcomings. Stop complaining about things in your life, right, that you are not happy about. Refuse to criticize other people for anything you are responsible. If there is something in your life that you don't like, it is up to you to fucking change it. It's up to you. You are in charge. The top 3% of Americans see themselves as self-employed, no matter who signs they paycheck. The biggest mistake you can ever make is to think that you work for anyone other than yourself. So when y'all get that check, and y'all get paid, when you get that income, and the first thing you do is pay your bills with it, you tripping. You supposed to pay yourself. You invest that money into your assets, and then your assets is going to pay your liabilities and your expenses. And you're going to be that much closer to financial freedom. That is literally the motherfucking sauce. If ain't nobody telling you, you heard it here at Ironworth Trading. Because guess what? They not teaching us that shit in school. But I'm going to let you know out the door. That's the order of the day. Financial literacy is the order of the day. We got this supposed to be government shutdown coming, and I want y'all to know how to prepare for it. It's not the same as when we had one during COVID. It's not the same. They couldn't agree on funding this time around. It's short term, meaning the markets bounce back. So if it do dip, we know what to do. And then during the shutdown, everybody ain't shut the fuck down. Put a W in the chat if you still had work during the last shutdown when the government called it. And it wasn't even a shutdown. It was a COVID shutdown. Is not the same as a government shutdown. But yeah, you buy the dip. You buy the dip, 718. That's right. You buy the dip. What we got? Apple. You was still working, Ava? That's right. Just sub to your YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. What we buying though? Somewhere is nobody. I hope you buying some type of insurance, or I hope you getting some type of insurance after what I just told you. Somewhere is nobody. I hope you buying some type of insurance after what I just told you. Otherwise, you wasn't paying attention. Because a lot of us, we skip life insurance like we don't give a fuck about it. Oh, we run when we hear life insurance. Soon as somebody die, we crying like a motherfucker, though. Rich people, they go and mourn in peace. They go to a cabin somewhere. They can go and have a hell of a fucking funeral for that person because they love them. But us, poor people, stupid people, slow people, unfortunate, misfortunate people. I'm sorry. I got to put us all in one fucking boat. The people that act like we can't afford $40, $50 a motherfucking month, maybe $100 a month more if you can, to make sure that you can secure the security. When you ask me what stock can you buy, that's one-sided. You got that's one-sided. You got to see the bigger picture. You have more money to invest. You would have more money to invest if you had your money set up right. You need to holler at a real financial advisor. This tonight is not financial advice. This is financial literacy. I do need you to understand that it's super important for you to reach out to me on a deeper level than this live stream. Yes, this is live, Miracle. I wonder why people ask, oh, no, the stock market is closed right now. So no, this is not live trading, Miracle. I'm just looking at the levels and the prices, where the price is at right now, and giving you my speculation on where it is about to go. Apple dropped that new iPhone. I think the next quarter come out, they're going to report good earnings. This is a bullish continuation pattern right now. It's staying above that red trend line, I think, and it retested it too. So it's support now. So I really do think Apple could break its way up too. Now, all those other stocks that haven't hit 200 yet, like Nvidia, AMD, Palantir, what the fuck is y'all doing? Waiting on them to get to 200? You ask whoever came in here and asked me what to buy. How about you just look around and read the room? Anything related to fucking technology and AI. We in the middle of an AI boom. Excuse my French. So this is the best time to get started and to invest. This is the best time for you to even come across my live, because I have never gave information as far as insurance, but they done fucked up and I'm in school for it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a game. It's not a game no more. And then the license, I go to get my Series 6 after that. And when I do that, y'all will never hear me say this is not financial advice no more. You won't hear me say that no more. So if you want to track my journey, hit the follow button. A lot of y'all already follow me and then seen how far I done came. So, you know, y'all know we don't play no games over here at Ironworth Trading. We chop it up, we speculate, but we also don't hesitate. The power of execution is real. The power of execution is real. So again, if there are any parents in the chat, I hope what I'm saying to you making sense. Somebody says, I thought about Twitch the other day, which is a subsidiary of Amazon. What are your thoughts on Amazon? As soon as this tariff shit can blow by, all of those stocks that took a hit this year over the tariffs, yeah, they gonna bounce back, including Alibaba. Alibaba and Amazon was right in that bucket list with me of things that I'm still licking my wounds from when they took the hit back in April, and they still haven't really fully recovered. But it is still a company that I'm not finna just give up on. Everybody is moving into the AI era, so they're all investing in AI. If they want to keep up and stay in the future, they will. In robotics, so a lot of us going to be not having a job if you don't know how to, adapt to what's coming. Yes, now will be a good time, but if you could focus on the days that are red, if you could focus on the days when the stock market is down, when that stock is down and everybody's selling and everybody's fearful, that's when you should be aggressive. When everybody else is fucking scared. And when everybody else is greedy, that's when I'm paying attention. Like, these motherfuckers, I don't know. Right now we in that's what type of time we in right now. But yeah, I was saying though, if y'all got children and y'all think y'all just gonna live forever, don't you? How many of us got children and think we're gonna live forever? That shit is crazy to think you're going to live forever. That is crazy. It's a bit delusional. Every time my mama spoke on death, I ain't want to hear shit she was talking about. I'm like, man, shut up. I ain't want to hear it, y'all. I ain't want to hear it. I ain't think it could happen. She passed away last year at 51. And now I know for sure, like, any of us can go at any moment. You think you don't know when you will pass away. So you should be prepared for that moment. And if you really love your children, you should have insurance and you should have some type of a will set up. Because if not, you leaving it up to family members who might be crooked as hell and the state and all type of shit. Y'all don't want that to happen, bro. It's like, y'all don't want that to happen. I have the ability to sell y'all these services. This is not financial advice, however, but I get up with me outside this live and I got you. I can hook you up with it. I can get your business into a trust. You might need to set your shit up into a trust, or it can be taken from you. If you don't know about that, look into that. Look into what a trust is, and your children will be beneficiaries. Crypt courses, at the beginning, you learn 200 writing private messages. Crypt courses, yeah. TikTok, I give crypt courses. But they're not courses though. We give it out right here for free. And as far as crypto, y'all don't want to miss out and not have a crypto bag. See, if you only invest in the stock market, then you missing out on a big ass percentage of what you could be making. And because to count that out is ridiculous. And I tell the people that's only crypto people too, I'm like, listen, I know you're a crypto bro, but for you not to be investing in the stock market too is crazy. You're taking too much of a risk. It's called diversify your portfolio. I met someone last week that was over diversified. That is a such thing. You got all this money spread out all over the fucking place and all of them doing bad. Like, make it make sense. Some of y'all just buying shit and just to be buying it. Let's make it make sense. But that same amount of money you done lost in the market could have bought you the right insurance policy that could have been making you money and on compound interest. Somebody says took a huge hit on altcoins. $8,000. Trev, yeah, we're going to make sure you get your shit in the trust. I need you to hit me up. Ain't no way you losing that much money and you don't got a trust, brother. We're not going out like that, man. Not going out like that. I'm telling y'all better not. Don't even come over here thinking about investing if you don't got no damn will. If you ain't got no insurance, that shit is more important. It's more important. You supposed to do both. You supposed to own this shit too. Now, don't just be trading options, because you might as well take your ass over there to FanDuel or DraftKings if you gonna just be a gambler. This is not the place to gamble. You know what the fuck y'all gambling for? I'm talking to the people that I meet, and then they be like, hey, bro, can you help me? And then I look at their shit. I look at their history. They done lost $80K from January to now. $1,700 from Monday to Wednesday. Like, how the fuck and what are you doing? I look at the history. Buddy making 30 trades from 9:30 to 10:02. He done made 36 trades, like over trading. What are you doing? How are you even pressing the buttons that fast? I click. I just thought about like how many clicks it really would take in that much amount of time, because I'm not clicking that much. That shit is crazy. And they don't look at how many of y'all enter a trade and you not looking at no fucking chart. You looking at how much money you making or losing, and then that determines when you close the trade. That is delusional. That is crazy. That means you're trading your P&L. That's not what we do over here at Ironworth Trading. I want to give y'all this information completely for free. Completely for free. How to read a stock chart. How to read a stock chart. That's what we do over here. I ain't charging y'all for that information, but guess what? The other mentors are. These other people is. They want to whack you across your head to teach you some simple shit. You could take this information and build wealth with it. All right. The first lesson. I always tell everybody the easiest thing to pay attention to on a candlestick chart is the colors of the candlestick. Red and green. Green mean the price went up. Red mean the price went down. Super simple, right? Let's take it another level up and let you know that each candlestick comes with 4 pieces of information to it, and really 5 if you want to be technical. But I'm going to tell you the 4 pieces. Yes, A-Rod, I use indicators, but not always and not all of them. I only need like 1 or 2. I use indicators along with levels of confluence or confluence, however you want to pronounce it, since they said I can't speak proper English. But yeah, so there are 4 pieces of information that comes with each candlestick. You have the opening, the closing, the high, and the low. And once you pay attention to the size of the candlestick, that lets you know how much volume it was. If it was a lot of people or if it was a little people. If there was a large amount of people or a small amount of people. Somebody says MACD is old school now. Yeah, the MACD is the moving average convergence divergence. And we'll talk about that later, but I just want to put emphasis on the simple things for now, right? Not necessarily indicators. You guys, indicators are tools that can be used. I like to call them cheat codes, because it feels like that. It gets pretty much, it helps you. It's self-explanatory. It is an indicator. It indicates when to buy or when to sell. All right. And it gives you a signal. That's what they pretty much do. An indicator gives you a signal. But like I was saying, the candlesticks have 4 parts to them: the opening, the close, the high, and the low. Green candlesticks open from the bottom and they close at the top, showing you that the price opened at this price and then it went all the way up to this price and it closed. The candlesticks always have an opening and a close, but they don't always have wicks. The wicks are showing you that the price reached this high during that time and it came back down, or it reached this low. It came dip this low and then it came all the way back up. But so when you see those skinny lines poking out the top and the bottom of those candlesticks, they're just showing you the price went that high and it went that low before it closed. The body of the candlestick is telling you the opening and the close. The wicks are telling you the highs and the lows. Now, if you pay attention to the numbers on the right side of the chart, Okay, that's called the y-axis, ladies and gentlemen. And then the bottom row are the dates. That is the x-axis. The x-axis. So this is a bar chart on, and then x-y-axis is telling you the time, and it's telling you the price. They taught us that shit in school, but a lot of us wasn't paying attention to during that part. I'm one of them, so I'm not judging. The numbers on the right is showing you where the price of the stock, and then the bottom is telling you what time or what date it was that price. You're just lining this shit up. That's what the candlesticks are doing, though. It's pinpointing a point in space and time, a price in time, right? So in this case, you can see August the 29th, right? So on August the 29th, the price was about between $230 and $234. I know that because I looked at August the 29th, looked all the way up, found that little red candlestick, looked all the way over and lined it up with the price. That's literally how you read a chart. It's not complicated. That's simple math is how you read a chart. That's simple. If that wasn't simple, let me know. Bernie never invest on second companies. Why not? Filthy McNasty. How much are you making a month? Curious about this and thinking about starting. Well, Brian, that varies. And it depends on how much I'm investing a month. And it also depends on if you're asking about dividends. Are you asking overall? Are you asking only from the stock market? Are you asking only from stock options? Because that is a deep ass question. Overall, I'm up on all of them. So if you want to be technical, if you want me to just give you a number, it varies though. Why would I give you my number when you could invest more or less and get less or more? But I'm profitable. I got some clients in the chat right now, and a lot of them are profitable as well. I have a community. You can hit the link in the bio if you want access to that. And I'm also adding people to my team. So if you would like to learn financial literacy or teach financial literacy, join my team. You can make up to 6 figures a year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do y'all know that you only need to make $1,000 1,000 times to make $1 million? Well, a lot of y'all in the chat has already spent $1 million. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know a lot of y'all already spent $1 million because you didn't spend $1,000 1,000 times. I can show you how to make $1,000 1,000 times. This is not financial advice. I'm doing what the rich people did, and it's not going to stop working because you tried it. That's it. That's it. Speech over with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. We ain't finna talk your head off or none of that. I'm gonna go on to the next one. So the federal government could run out of funding on September the 30th, which means shutdown could start on October the 1st if Congress don't get their shit together. Right now, markets put the odds at 75%, so we really think this shit gonna happen. What do y'all think is gonna happen in the stock market if we actually do go into a shutdown? Where do y'all see the future going if this happens? I know last time this happened, people in the stock market capitalized. I know a lot of capitalization took place last time, but it wasn't necessarily a government shutdown. It was a COVID shutdown. Nonetheless, I think a shutdown is a shutdown, guy, and we don't give a fuck what kind of shutdown it is. That's right, Lacole. It's big opportunities. Big opportunities, even for us as, content creators, streamers, webinars, like all that shit had an all-time high when we wasn't able to go to work. Unemployment was at an all-time high. PPP loans, EDD loans and shit. You hear me? Y'all don't miss this, Jack. This time around, y'all keep y'all eyes on the prize. All right? keep your eyes on the prize. Put a W in the chat if you already got your eyes on the prize before anything take off. We already know, and you really been waiting, because this ain't the time to not pay attention to what's going on in the stock market. Not just the stock market, but in the economy overall. Because if you don't get your shit together now, if you don't stay ready, you gonna have to get ready. And you don't want to have to get ready. By the time you try to get ready, it could be too late. It could be completely too late. I don't see how you can have a child and not have a will. Please contact me so we can get you a will. I don't see how you have a business and it's not in a trust fund, or you don't have a trust. Please contact me so we can get you a trust. I don't see how you up in that age or know that your ass could die one day and you don't got no type of insurance. You tripping. Please contact me so we can get you set up. I don't see how you don't have a job right now and you don't want the opportunity to work from home. You definitely need to contact me so I can get you working. I can get you onboarded tonight. So definitely reach out to me and say, hey, I want that work from home job. If you want to work from home and you serious, you got a good work ethic, and you can talk on the phone. You see, I barely can pronounce certain words and shit. But if you can talk on the phone, you doing exactly what we just talked about tonight. Financial literacy, financial planning, making sure people got their finances planned out so that they can make more money, invest more money, and be protected down the line. My inbox should be blowing up with people because I just put all type of opportunity out there into the universe. So when you transmit something, so people receive them when their antennas is working. But if your antennas is not working, then you don't have the ability to receive it because your antenna's not working. You see what I'm saying? But I only put stuff out what I want to get back in return. So I'm only putting this out to people that actually want things in life that, we actually put in work. We are ambitious, but we work smart. We don't work hard. I don't want hard workers. My buddy said, but yeah, you don't want hard workers? No, I don't want no hard worker. We work smart. Hey, we ain't trying to break a nail. Fellas, we ain't breaking a sweat. Ladies, we ain't breaking a nail. Easy money. All right, I'm done talking. I ain't gonna. That's about it. Do y'all know about Macy's going up? Do y'all know Macy's? Hold on. I thought TikTok was trying to get me up out of here for a second. What do y'all know about Macy's? Anybody like Macy's stock, Macy's company? What do y'all do? Come on, talk to me, because I'm about to. Y'all know how I am. We talk about it, and then it explode. It went up that little $3-4 right there. I think it's going to continue. I don't think it's done. It broke out of that consolidation. I don't think it's done. It's trading sideways now between $16 to $18. Excuse me. We hold 18. It can see $25 next. The next leg up, I say 25. Holiday sales, you say, Lacole, but look, check this out. If Macy's, because Macy's supposed to be adding some type of AI to their shit too. Remember I told y'all that's what they doing now. They all pretty much adding AI to their repertoire. Thinking about what to do with Macy's stock after this week's developments, you not alone. Fresh analyst commentary has named Macy's amongst the U.S. retailers most likely to unlock real gains from integrating agentic AI into their operations. So they got AI agents and shit. I guess they gonna have AI sales representatives. I don't know. I just know they integrating AI into their system, and then they had this boost in the price. That's going to be a common pattern across the board. These companies are going to find a way to put AI in their shit, and then the price going to increase because they going to get, and the ones that don't, they going to fall off. Y'all go back in time and remember what happened to Blockbusters. I guarantee you that Blockbusters could have easily came out with a streaming app and competed with Netflix. I don't think Netflix would have been able to buy them out if they had just, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Do y'all think I'm tripping? I think Blockbuster really could have competed with Netflix if they had just created a streaming service or a streaming app, and they would have been still here to this day. We would be. I know all my OGs will still be we'll be watching Blockbuster over Netflix any day. So with that being said, all these companies that are transitioning with AI, with the microchips, they gonna be straight, and a lot of them partnering. Nvidia just gave a lot of fucking money to, who was it? Intel. And then Intel turned around and asked Apple for a lot of money. Literally. And I think they got it, because next thing you know, Intel is damn near about to be $40 a share. It's damn near $40 a share. I ain't gonna hold you. Intel getting I wonder who they gonna ask for some money next. Yeah, they got paid. I mean, not no little money either, Ava. We talking about billions. Billions. Not a little bit of money. Billions. Billies. Intel, y'all probably like, we don't give a fuck. Okay, keep on not giving a fuck while this money being moved around in front of you, and you actually have the opportunity to get a piece of the pie, but instead you're waiting on pie to fall out of the sky. Some of us I don't have enough money to invest. Yes, the fuck you do. Stop playing. I seen your ass in the McDonald's line. That shit add up. I wasn't in the line. I was driving by. Don't try to put me there with you. Somebody said, I usually skip this part in the picture. All right, my bad. I ain't gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna do you like that. I'm just trying to make it to where we just gonna make it make sense, because we going to the moon this week if everything playing out. We don't plan to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, ladies and gentlemen. If you fail to plan, that's on your ass. Your ass is grass, Mr. Postman. Nvidia just gave OpenAI $100 billion. Yeah, Ava, I got to tell it like it is, Ava. And sometimes people need a picture. Like a lot of my followers are very intelligent, but every now and then I get some people that come in here and they picture book reading ass people. So I got to look out. I got to look out for the picture book reading ass people, because they don't want to sit here and watch me read a bunch of content. But my smart people, the ones that hit follow and the ones that be sending me gifts and supporting me, those very smart, intelligent, beautiful, gorgeous people, they're very intelligent. I'm not talking about them. Those people understand that if they really love their children, they gonna have a will. They're gonna make sure that everything is. See, smart, rich people, they don't leave. They leave behind instructions. You understand? They leave behind instructions. The rich people leave behind instructions. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm for real. Like, they tell you they be gone, and the granddaddy then wrote a will, and he telling everybody what the fuck finna happen. Don't you want that? I know y'all probably like, nah, I don't care. Just let them do whatever with my body, do whatever with my clothes, do whatever. Man, stop fucking thinking like that. Just stop the madness. Stop that. Don't think like that. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. I have only my father left. I lost my mom. I got my grandmother left. I love them, and I have insurable interest on them. I just learned what insurable interest is. That's when you don't want the motherfucker to die. I don't want my grandma to die. I don't want my dad to die. Y'all won't see me for a while if I lose my father, knock on wood. That's insurable interest. I won't be able to work. I'll be fucked up in the head. I need to mourn in peace if I lose a loved one, any loved one. After I lost my mom, it opened up my eyes to how important fucking life insurance is. And I made it a mission to make sure that I teach y'all, because if my mama had seen somebody live like mine and it opened up her eyes, she could have opened up my eyes at a younger age. So maybe I'm telling y'all so y'all could do the same thing for y'all seed. So y'all could do the same thing for y'all family, right? It ain't just about that either. Some of y'all own a house but don't got house insurance. What is you doing? A tree fall on your shit, you hit. Fire happen, you fucking hit. But if you do it the right way, any mishappenings that happen in your life, cha-ching, you get a check from it. Put a W in the check. Put a W in the chat if you would like to get a check every time something bad happened to you. What the fuck? How many of us have bad shit happen to us and we don't get nothing from it? I don't understand why we don't understand and overstand the importance of financial literacy, the importance of securing a future as far as investing and making sure that we secure ourselves. If you don't secure your life, what the fuck? Well, listen, don't make me start cursing, y'all. I get real passionate about this. I get real passionate about it because I think we don't take a step back and look at the bigger picture. So because of it, we miss the bigger picture. We missed the bigger picture. Let's talk about it for a second. Because then you go to thinking about an IUL, right? An IUL, you can make money off of IUL. I got a client that pays about $6,000 and she get back about $67,000 a year. And so she paid money and made money off the money that she paid. It take money to make money. Your money is supposed to work for you. It's people that got whole life insurance policies, but those are expensive as fuck. And you can get a term and then take the remainder and invest it aggressively. Invest the rest, Dino. That's right. But people get upset. They be like, I don't want to hear shit about no term. That shit go out in 30 years. That's the difference, y'all. So a term life insurance expires, but you are going to invest so much within those 30 years with the money that you saving. It's gonna be the same amount of money you was gonna get out of a hole. Life insurance is life protection, not wealth investment, says Dino. It's life protection, but it's also a wealth investment as well, Dino. I don't want to say it's not. It is as well as a wealth investment. It really is. It's a part of investing. It's a part of investing. All of it is. Even your house. Did you know that building wealth without protecting it is like a home with no security? You gonna have a house with no security? You got to understand compound interest too. You got to understand compound interest. Einstein said the compound interest is a wonder of the world. Literally, if you understand that shit, you can control. You understand the universe. This shit grow. It grows. If I had to get a kid to understand it, I would tell them take a snowball, and I want you to roll that snowball around in the snow, and tell me how far you get, and the size of that snowball will grow in the matter depending on how long it's getting rolled around. But is it gathering all the snow from the front yard at one time? No. A lot of us want all the snow at one time, and we don't understand we got to roll it. It has to be rolled around, and it has to grow. That's compound interest. That's what your money is doing when you do it the right way, and you invest it the right way, not just in the stock market. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all don't know that this could be my last time alive speaking into this live stream, doing a live stream. And you just caught my last live stream. A lot of y'all don't know that this might be your last live stream that you ever get to see. Hope it's not. Tonight might be the last time you ever get to stream live, though you never know when you gonna go. So with that being said, you should always be ready and prepared for that type of shit. And stay ready. A lot of us, we like to not think about it. That really fucks you up. That really sucks. Because then the only thing you have is a GoFundMe or a balloon release party or a t-shirt with your face on it or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Your family crying. They fucked up afterwards and ain't nobody got nobody. We got to stop doing that. Like us as a people, y'all know what I'm talking about. We got to stop doing that. Lower class, middle class, y'all asses amongst the ninjas too. All right. So yeah, we gotta make it make sense. And because the rich people got it figured out. They got it figured out. They file taxes. They get tax write-offs and shit. A lot of us don't know that when you trading as a trader, we don't even understand capital gains tax. So we just be trading like a motherfucker and don't even understand the buy and hold game. We don't know why they buying stocks and holding them for longer than a year. They offset their wins with their losses. So it's so many different ways to make money when it comes to taxes that we don't understand. It's so many ways to make money when it comes to insurance that we don't understand. And there's so many ways to make money in the stock market that we don't understand. In real estate that we don't understand. So once I learn it, I bring it right back to the people every time. It's always been that way for me. It's what I can comprehend. Since I was given that gift to comprehend it, I could bring it all the way to a level of comprehension for those who have never heard of it before. Because it's really not complicated. I think they like to make something that is simple as ABC and try to make it fucking A plus B minus C. Like, get the fuck. They make something very complicated and it don't gotta be. Real talk. And financial literacy is one of them. You take your income and you invest that income into assets. Your assets will pay your liabilities, and your expenses. They don't tell us about DC Adler in school. I want y'all to remember DC Adler. Debit, credit, assets. The D is for withdrawal. You make withdrawals from a bank or from an ATM. Liabilities, expenses, and revenue. I learned this and fell in love with accounting. And I come from the streets of Atlanta. Zone 4, Zone 1, Cascade, Beecher Road, Simpson Road. Never thought that I would love accounting. I was once a YN. I was one of the original YNs. Never thought I would fall in love with the stock market. Never thought I would fall in love with financial literacy. But if we knew better, we would do better. So they keep this away from us because a lot of us are geniuses. And they want you to think that you should be a worker, and that you would be a great worker. You could be a supervisor here at this company. We'll give you a raise. They have your ass on a hamster wheel chasing a piece of cheese you never gonna get. And that's not what we doing over here. It's a nightmare to think about working at a place you don't want to work at. How many of y'all love y'all home? You love your living room. If you would like to work from home, reach out to me. This is what we do. We help people plan their finances. It's what we do. So please reach out to me. Inbox me as soon as possible. If not, you don't have to work. Even if you say you already got your work figured out and you just want to know, how can my money make money for me? That's the number one reason I need you to reach out to me, so we can get your money deployed to employ it. Deploy to employ. You want your money working for you. Your money should be making money for you. That's right. So if your money not making money for you, you overworking. You doing too much. And you don't have to. You don't have to. Have y'all ever heard of a stock called Lemonade? LMND is the ticker. Let me see if I got it real quick. Lemonade. Oh, yeah, we was talking about Macy's. Chipotle. Hold on. Before I talk about Lemonade, I'm going to talk about Chipotle. Now, Chipotle fell off a cliff. They had a stock split too not too long ago, but I was looking at them from a bearish point of view. I think because we keep hitting this resistance level at $40. If we can't break above $40 and stay above $40, what do I mean by break above? When y'all watching the chart, if those candlesticks don't get above that level of $40 and stay above that level, then we not going to 44. It's going to go back down towards $38 and possibly 37, where that purple line is. That's a trend line. I put that there to mark the level that the price keeps bouncing off of. And it helps me to know where it's going to go again in the future. I know y'all like, how the fuck is he bouncing from stocks from the insurance to the stock market, from the insurance to the stock market? Because y'all didn't know they play a part with each other. If you do the shit right, you will have more money to invest in the stock market, and you will be covered on both ends. So that's why I wanted to put emphasis on both, because they both matter. But yeah, Lemonade. I was talking about this stock when it was $30 a share. I think some of y'all remember. Some of us got in, some of us didn't. Some of us new here. If you new here, hit the follow button, right? Because the ones that was new here, they grew here. Yeah, so what do we want to do whenever the stock market is going up and down the way it's been doing? Because a lot of people lose sight overall of the bigger picture. What do we do? What does a smart trader do? A wise one. I don't think you should do nothing. I think you should buy the dips. But let's say you don't want to get into all the extra shit, you can set your account up to where every time the price dips below a certain price, you buy a certain amount of shares. Or you just buy the shit and hold. You hold. All that scary shit. Soon as you bought in, look at the very first candlestick on the left. Let's say you got in that trade. I'm going to show y'all what rookies do. They get in the trade and they go up to the green level. Here's one scenario. It go up to the first green level, right? To that first break point where the trend reversal happened. They buy the stock and they go up a little bit and they press sell. And they so happy with that. That's plan A. That's step one. Step two, or the second person option, or person number two, they got in. And then when the price dropped down like that, they got out for a loss because they saw the market dip and they were scared. They got the fuck out the trade before it ended up going all the way up beyond where they got in the trade at. And if they had just sat and did fucking nothing, they would have been able to see that return. The third person, they got in the trade and it went down and it went up past where they got in, but they had the resilience to stay in the trade, to persevere through all the dips and end up where it is today, far from where they got in at. A lot of y'all been able to enter trades like that to where you are now far, far ahead of where you got in the trade at. So you understand the concept of money making money for you, of your money going to work for you. We do not break a sweat, fellas. Ladies, we do not break a nail. We do not work hard. That is for the peasants. I don't want the peasants to work hard because I'm literally the story of the prince and the pauper. Y'all know that story? You treat how royalty got treated like a poor person, and you sat and watched the poor people act like they was fucking rich, knowing that they the ones who the peasants, and you really royalty, but they talking. But look at them now. Them same ones be in my inbox asking me to show them how to trade. And the same ones got children, but they don't have a will set aside. They don't have insurance. Niggas don't have life insurance. It is not a game. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought. I'm going to laugh because you are supposed to future. You should secure your security. You should want to protect yourself, your family. You should. But when rich people die, when somebody around them die, it's monetized. Even they kids. It's a tough topic. Don't nobody want to talk about that shit, bro. But they children be insured too. If they lose a child, they get a check. If we lose a child, we cry hard as fuck, and we start a GoFundMe and we release fucking balloons. It's sad. Yes, if you're alive, you need insurance. Yes. You need life insurance and your ass need insurance for when you die too. I think it's a difference. But it is what it is. Just buy good companies and wait is not the only solutions. You buy good companies and then you do other things as well. See, Kobe Bryant used to say, I don't like when people say don't put all your eggs in one basket. I think you should put all your eggs in one basket and just get more eggs. Just get more eggs, get more baskets. Like, it's simple. Somebody says, my car has insurance, but not me. Dino, we have to do something about that. That's not okay. You care more about you know what that says? That says you care more about your car than you do yourself. And that's not okay, Dino. We're going to get you together. Anybody interested, reach out to me. This is what I do. We're going to look at what you got going on. Maybe you already got some shit going on. Let us have a look at it, and we see if we can save you some money and move it somewhere else. And so that you can invest aggressively and make this shit make sense. Because this is not the time. Right now, we in the AI boom, and you really want to be in the market as much as possible. Gam Fat, please reach out to me as soon as possible. As soon as possible. All you got to do is inbox me. Here, I'll go ahead and follow you. Hit the follow button if you're new here. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I'm about to call my colleague, and I'll see you guys tomorrow inside the market. We gonna rock it, right? We know what to expect. We know we got a possible government shutdown on the way. If you caught the ass end of the show tonight, the replay will be on YouTube. It will be on YouTube. You can just hit the link in the bio. Y'all enjoy the rest of tonight. Well, actually, it's a new day, so we're gonna make today twice as good as tomorrow. I said that wrong, y'all. We're going to make it twice as good as yesterday. How about that? We're going to make today twice as good as yesterday and half as good as tomorrow. That's better. There we go. This week, reports coming almost daily. That's right, Dino. It's going to be a very volatile week. Volatile means a lot of movement, y'all. Filthy McNasty Lacole said, hey. But yeah, good night. Good night, everybody. Good night. I'm going to call my